Can someone really explain to me, and I don't really want you to, but can someone really just tell me how is it possible that someone that's in an interracial relationship can speak on issues that affect black people, such as racism, when they're with the people, the very people who represent the ones who commit the racism against us? That's like saying, I don't smoke, but I'm fucking with somebody that does. That's like being a white supremacist and having a relationship with a civil rights activist. It really doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mesh well. It doesn't make any fucking rational reason why this would be happening. But people like this chick here, her name is Amber Ruffin. Amber. She speaks on racial issues on her show, and I find it laughable that she does, because you're married to a white man. So you don't really have the right to be talking about issues that affect black people anymore, even if you are black, because you're laying up every day and even have a child, I believe, with the white man. So why are you worried about what's going on with black people? I don't know how people take people like this seriously. It's like having a traitor speak for your organization after they betrayed your organization. It makes no sense, but we got a lot of dumbass people out here that don't have sense. That's the thing. Besides being one of the best boxers, one of the greatest boxers of all time, Muhammad Ali always kept it real when it came to racism, okay? But that's a laughable thing when it comes to his daughters, because a lot of his daughters married outside of their race, which is fucking crazy, despite the way this man felt. And he accepted it because later years he got the Parkinson, and those are still his daughters, so he's going to accept it even if he didn't like it. But what I can respect about him when it came to what he says about racism, he always kept it real, didn't give a fuck who he offended, and that's just how I am too. People sit there and listen to this clown, Shannon Sharpe, who was married to a white woman, and he talks all this good stuff about black issues and this and that, but they take him seriously, but he's married to a white woman. Well, he was married to a white woman. I think she cheated on him or she divorced him, but, I don't understand why people allow people who don't really have that energy for racism to speak on it. If you really don't have an issue with racism, because you really don't truly have one, if you're messing with the exact people who have perpetrated against you for many years and still continue to do so, how are we supposed to take you seriously when you say you're black first or you're about black people, this and that, but you're over here having biracial children and you're in relationships with those types of people? I don't understand how anybody takes you seriously. I don't understand that. And I'm saying that because if you're going to be somebody that speaks against this shit, you should be somebody that's absolutely against it. Not somebody that's, straddling the fence, playing both sides. Like, oh, well, not all of them are bad. And I'm not going to say all white people are bad or all people are bad, period. There are bad people and good people. But if you're supposed to be all about black people's issues and you love your people and this and that above all else, you're not really showing that. So I don't know how people take what these people say seriously. I can't listen to clowns like this. And it's been said before on other, people's channels and stuff, but if you don't know about a certain thing, you shouldn't really talk about it. If you're not real about a certain thing, you shouldn't talk about it. If you're not really a boxer and you're just a spectator, you don't really have the right to tell somebody how life as a boxer is, because you don't really fucking know. If you're not really for, talking against, the system and talking against the interracial, relationships and the injustice of the system that you're in that keeps you down, even though a lot of you keep each other down as well, why are you getting up in front of a camera and you have a white wife or a white husband and you're against racism? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you could, on one hand, you can argue, well, I'm not racist because I'm married to someone outside of my race. But at the same time, that person that you're married to, when they're white, they represent the people who have been racist towards black people for centuries. Okay? And they're still racist towards them now. Not everybody, but there are a ton of them out there that still have those disgusting beliefs. You're not the perfect person to represent people who are absolutely be one, because when you're B1, that means you're about black people. You're about black love. You want a black man in your life. You want a black woman in your life. You want black children, not biracial children created from two different, communities. So I don't know how people sit here and listen to these fucking clowns talk on their behalf, because they could just, everybody can talk. I can talk, you can talk, anybody can talk, anybody can get in front of a camera. But when it comes to taking you seriously, I'm not fucking taking you seriously at all. You're a goddamn joke. You're a contradiction. Anyway, I'll say this one last time. Don't pretend that you're all about black men and black women being together when you celebrate interracial relationships. Don't say you enjoy black love above all else when you are celebrating a black woman getting herself a white man. When you are celebrating a black man getting himself a white woman or a non-black woman. Because it's just fake, and I don't like fake people. I really don't. It's one of the reasons why I stopped doing videos to begin with, because when you're real on this platform, you don't receive, you don't receive what you should receive. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to go too far into it. People want you to be fake. People want you to be drama filled. They want you to lie to them. They don't want you to tell the truth, because if you tell the truth, people are going to hate you. I don't care if people hate me or not. I just don't feel like doing it anymore. Just felt like doing this video because I was talking to somebody about this particular topic, and I've discussed this before in videos, I'm sure. I've done talked this shit out enough, okay? It just doesn't make any sense to me to be representing someone who is about, black people and loving black love and black women, but you're not in a relationship with one, you're not having black children, you don't really give a shit about the community unless something that affects the community, directly affects you. Then you'll start running your mouth and talking shit, and these people ain't this and these people are that. I'm so tired of the fake bullshit, and the fake fuckers out there still get the subscribers. It's fine. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves, and just keep your mind open on what the fuck you know, because people out here acting like they don't know shit. They acting and pretending like there is no such thing as racism and hatred, and there is, okay? Nobody's trying to keep it going, but people are going to continue to call it out for what the fuck it is.